My horses and I have traveled over 3,000 miles, but this journey is not over yet because we still have plenty to go before reaching our goal of crossing through 25 states and traveling 6,000 miles. Waking up in the Rocky Mountains by myself with snow on the ground and my horses on my birthday. This is the Year of the Mustang. All right, guys, it is the beginning of week 61. Welcome back to the Year of the Mustang journey. We are in for a serious week. I can tell you, we're gonna be going at least 140 miles. We're gonna try and make the Green River. I am currently at Split Rock Ranch. Gonna be headed over to Jeffrey City today, so we got our one short day of the week here at the beginning. But yeah, big thanks to Dusty and also to Dan for taking care of me through the weekend. Dan just drove the load ahead, so shout out to him for that. Yeah, we are cooling off. Today's pretty nice, but no storms yet, thank goodness. It's gonna be an Oregon Trail week, most of it. All right, guys, it is Tuesday. I am coming into Jeffrey City. Gonna be going about 22 miles to Sweetwater Station. Gonna be staying out by the 6th crossing. And yeah, big thanks to Vernon, his dad, for putting me up last night. Also got the gear driven head with me today, so shout out to them. It is 20 degrees and windy. Yeah, we are gonna tough it out. All right, we're coming into Sweetwater Station. All right, guys, it is Wednesday. I'm on the Pioneer Trail. It is real cold and real windy. We're gonna be headed 26 miles to Rock Creek Hollow Campground. And I stayed at Sweetwater Station last night over at 6th Crossing. So big thanks to the Wilsons for getting us a spot there. Also, my friend Dawn and her boyfriend Britton came out to drive the gear ahead. They're going to be waiting for me at the campground tonight, so we'll see them later. Yeah, we are toughing out a cold one. Got some snow hard packed on the trail, and if we got it here, that means we're probably gonna have it all day. Looks like my face is a bit burnt by the wind. I've been dealing with it all week. All right, guys. My friend Dawn, Morwegan, and Bryn, they came out. They drove the gearhead today. Brought me dinner and all that. Brought me a birthday cake to celebrate 25 years.
Yeah.
I met Dawn at State Street Equestrian 10 years ago. That's crazy, isn't it, Dawn?
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I've always looked up to her and her horsemanship. She's trained a lot of Mustangs.
Thank you, Jake. It was a pleasure to come out here and help you and build you a fire here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Ren was heading up the chili cook here.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't give you food poisoning.
There we go. Not yet. Also, we got Richard here. He drove a camper up, so I don't have to freeze my tail off tonight out on the ground. So thanks to Richard.
That's awesome.
starting to make a habit out of waking up in the Rocky Mountains by myself with snow on the ground and my horses on my birthday. This is 2 years in a row now. So we might have to make a new tradition or something of it. Just keep it going. All right, guys, it is Thursday and I am back on the Pioneer Trail, which is also the Pony Expressway and Handcart Trail. Last night we camped at Rock Creek Hollow, and we're going to be doing about 22 miles out towards Pacific Creek. We're going to be camping on the BLM today. So yep, it's another day on this trail across the prairie. Got a nice view of the Wind River Range from the south end. Big thanks to Diana and also to Richard. Richard brought his trailer down for us to sleep in last night, and it was like -6, so that's just fine with me. Diana is driving our gearhead today, so shout out to her for that. There's the Wind Rivers. Spent a lot of time as a teenager hiking around in there. Okay, this is our last crossing over the Sweetwater River. Now that I'm getting into the last couple weeks here of the trip, I'm just trying to remember to slow down and take it all in, and not just kind of be a robot about everything, trying to get to the end. It's all part of it, you know. Gotta drink in everything I can. Better place to do it on the Wyoming prairie. All right, guys, these two hills are called Twin Mounds, and they're another marker on the Immigrant Trail that was used to determine the right direction. So just another pioneer landmark. So I want to show you guys something. It's been driven over a couple of times, but this is a stallion mound, and it is made by wild horses. So what wild horse stallions will do is they'll come and make mounds of manure, and then they'll continue to poop on top of each other's piles, so it makes these mounds of horse manure. So if you see one of these out on the range, it was almost certainly made by wild horses. All right, guys, it is Friday, and we camped at a place near Pacific Creek last night on the BLM. I am back on the Immigrant Trail. We've got a little bit of a longer day, I think about 24 miles. We're going to Farson. Big thanks to Jody and Mike. They brought a camper down for me to stay in last night, and then they're also driving the gearhead. So shout out to them for doing that. Keeping my eye out the last couple of days, especially at night, because there's a lot of wild horses out in this country. We haven't seen any bands yet, but there's a lot that hang along the Highway 28 to Farson and Green River and all that. So yeah, we just gotta keep an eye that we don't get close in on any, but pretty cool to see them too at the same time. Yeah, this is the sort of country these guys were made to cross. Hi, Eddie. All right, guys, so the region I am coming into is known as the Tri-State region, and the reason it is called that is because back in the 1840s, this was the tri-point where the Louisiana Purchase, the recently acquired by the U.S. Oregon Territory, and the nation of Mexico all met up. So right here in western Wyoming is where those three regions met. And yeah, Mexico reached all the way up here at its most northern point in Wyoming at one point. So yeah, this is the area where the pioneers would have been crossing in from the Louisiana Purchase into the Oregon Territory, even though they still had a long ways to go before reaching their settlement points. Okay, we're coming into Sweetwater County, which is funny because the Sweetwater River is in that county. All right, guys, it is Saturday, our last day on the trail this week. We are getting an early start because I'm doing the second longest day of the entire trip. I am in Farson, Wyoming, and I'm gonna be going all the way to Skeetskadee Bird Refuge on the Green River. There's a ranch out there for us to stay on. It's gonna be 33 miles. So yeah, this is gonna be crazy long. I'm gonna be getting off and walking a bit for sure, but yeah, we are trying to get these miles in so that we can get in before the weather gets too bad here. Big thanks to Jody and Mike for putting us up last night, and also to Dan and Leah for driving the gear ahead. We'll see them a bit later. Two bald eagles sitting on the pivot. All right, we're passing through Farson. Stretches on forever. This is what they call the Sagebrush Sea. And as simple as it appears, it's a very delicate ecosystem. See all those up there on the ridge, guys? Those are wild horses. That's a good sized herd too. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen any since Colorado. There's Pilot Butte way off there in the distance. That's another pioneer landmark. Uh-oh. We got some Mustangs coming in hot. We got to get out of here. They're watching us. Just passing through, folks. Young Mustang studs, once they reach maturity but are still kind of just getting off on their own for the first time, will very commonly live in bachelor groups, and that's what that was. So that's why we didn't take any chances. It's a young group of stud horses. But they just watched us. They're still back there staring at us as we're going away. That is a sign you will only find in Wyoming. Maybe Montana. Yeah, definitely Wyoming. I gotta give a special thanks to Jody and Mike McNulty. I got to spend a weekend with them and their daughters on their ranch in Farson, and they really went the extra mile to help us out. Jody's a lifelong barrel racer, and many years ago she was also a special education teacher. My older brother Alex has disabilities, and she was his teacher when he was 9 years old. She's a special person to me because she was the first person to ever put me on a horse. Here's a picture of me on her horse Rosie over 20 years ago. Okay, we are going over the Green River. Last time I crossed the Green River, I was in the town of Green River, Utah. We're crossing back. All right, guys, it is the end of the week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you go smash that like button. Also, subscribe, because we got videos coming out every week for the Year of the Mustang journey. And even after this trip is done, guys, we got way more content coming your way. So, if you want to support the Year of the Mustang journey and this channel, please go to yearofthemustang.com. You can donate there. Helps us out. Until the next one, adios.